Strictly on Facebook, didn't put it on YouTube or no real other social media or nothing, you know. The idea was just trying to motivate people and give reason for recycling, you know. Went off, I think, like 4 main points was like environmental conservation, make money, consider karma, good and bad karma, and finally your unborn children and their grandchildren. You know, what kind of world are you going to leave them in the future generations? And I mean, I can't get everyone in my family to recycle, so I just, it's from my conscience, you know, like knowing that I put it out, you know, something like leaving a legacy behind. What's Khalil about? It's something he's about, you know. But it felt good to like get mail. Even people like you like would never think like, man, this dude here, he messaged me saying that my video led him to recycle. He's like, yeah, I had my beer bottle and it was empty and I opened the trash can and right away your video struck my mind and I put it in the recycling bin instead. I was like, damn, thank goodness, man. I appreciate that. You know, that's good. That's good. There's a lot of gossip and backbiting in the Muslim community, unfortunately. Reputation's everything. And I believe that they're listening and they're watching in secret, you know? I think another part of it is just being hip to the trends, what their interests are, where they're hanging out at, and meet up with them, you know? I mean, they're humans as well, you know? You got good Muslims and the bad Muslims, you know? And that's tough to find the balance in between, because I never really I didn't go to school with a lot of them. Indians, Pakistanis, Arabs, you know? Unless I was going to Muslim Islamic boarding school, that's where I'd run into them, you know? And we got along real well, you know? Playing sports and wrestling, fighting each other, and just having a grand old time back then. But I think I'm gonna get criticized for a lot of things that I say, things that I do, you know. And when I do put out music, I always consider everyone, whether it's my unborn niece or if my auntie's seen it, you know, or just the Muslim, my priest, if say like my imam's watching, you know. So I have to consider these things when I write it, if I record it, if I'm filming the video, like all these things cross my mind. Like everyone has the capability of watching and following. So I know I'm the representative, and people from the West, they can't tell the difference from a Sikh, a Muslim, Christian, a Hindu, you know. We're all lumped up in the same one. I mean, the West can't tell the difference, but I got only one to answer to, and that's God, you know. So if people say, how are you going to call yourself a Muslim and you're doing this or you're going there, it's like, you should already know, man. Like, how can you call yourself a Muslim and you're trying to play the role of God? Like, don't worry about me, worry about yourself, you know. No one's perfect, you know. We all got flaws, and we also have something positive to bring out as well, to help benefit not just yourself but the community. A lot of Muslims be out there talking trash, you know, but if I don't go to your mosque, doesn't mean I don't go to a mosque, you know? It's like whenever there's rules, you know, whatever it might be, like parents trying to set rules on their children, or the government trying to set rules, like you see it with marijuana, you know, and it's like, that ain't gonna make people like back up. They're gonna start smoking. You see in all the music videos, songs, everyone's talking about smoking weed all of a sudden. It's like a popular thing to do. The same thing goes with like this gun regulation and stuff. Next thing you know, we're breaking records on gun sales all of a sudden. So when you set these rules, that makes an individual pursue it even harder. It's not about fortune and fame, not at all. You know, that's how artists get robbed in our genre, you know. But in hip hop and rap, there's a deeper message, you know, for the middle and the lower class. So all that geek shit, jerking, skinny flooding butt tight jeans, twerking, Molly shit, you know, that's all a distraction, you know, to keep people distracted and down into retail, just purchasing the unnecessary stuff, just like roosters and monkeys, you know, straight brainwashed and blinded by the realities which we're trying to convey in our genre, you know. Think of it like this, but I see it like this: you're spending money you don't have to buy things you don't need to impress people you don't like, you know. Wow, I got kicked out of high school because of my rap music. First, they were looking for like verbal sexual harassment. The dean Falasshole, was on a serious mission. Kicked out like 30 of us in like four months. 30 of us, you know, unless like you were a serious athlete, you know. But it was verbal sexual harassment, but nah, it wasn't a good reason. You can't kick him out for what he said to her, you know. And then I got approached by like 6 dudes, and one of them, the dude I ended up getting down with, was like, I'll kill you, you know. I'll kill you by myself. And so we got down, you know, and I gave it, you know, I gave them the blues. And so they're going to kick me out for fighting, you know, and I was like, man, it was self-defense. And right when I said that, all of a sudden the campus cameras don't work. So the principal says, man, what if it was self-defense? What a coincidence, you know. So fighting in public didn't work. And then I do 5-day suspension on campus in like the detention room for 5 days, like from 8 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. You can't leave to get your lunch. Like someone's bringing your lunch to you, Khalil. Did that for 5 days, you know. On my final day, Mike, the detention dude, was like, Colonel Falasco, just let him know you're gonna go to class now. So alright. So I went into his office, like, oh, I'm gonna start going back to class now. My 5-day suspension's up. And he's like, put your backpack on my desk. And it's alright, I guess. And he starts going through it, and he says he's looking for evidence of graffiti. And like, I was confident I had no evidence of graffiti, you know. Graffiti was never really my thing. But then he found my rap lyrics, and he started reading them and came to the conclusion that was just too dangerous for the school environment. And I got kicked out of school because of my rap music, you know. So I think I pushed towards rap more because I wanted to prove to the greater majority or minority, I mean, whoever wants to listen, that there's positive in the music, you know. I could like flip it. It's not all threat. We could talk about helping the community, saving the world, the environment. It has its pros and cons, just like country music has its degrading moments and also its positive moments, you know. But rap music more for its freedom of expression. That was what linked. And at the same time, I had to deal with my parents, you know, ripping my flows or breaking CDs that I was listening to, you know, just insulting me, you know, like all that stuff lumped up made me feel like I gotta prove something, you know. And it was like American Chai, that movie. I didn't just listen to rap music growing up. It was more like I listened to like Pink Floyd, The Cure, Depeche Mode, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, Bob Marley, Air, Roberto Carlos, you know, like worldwide, international, you know, Deep Forest, like international just views. Like I have international background, you know, but I think rap was stronger because I grew up with minorities, and out here minorities are more attracted to listening to rap and hip hop, you know, and that's what I was digging, you know, that's what I could relate to. Underground is what we brought, you know, and a revolutionary strain of thought, you know, from the ground up. And for that, I'm gonna put out whatever I want, when I want, how I want, because I built it, you know, without any support, self-made, you know. It's been done. Yeah, we said we were gonna put it out on December 24th, 2013. We didn't finish it by then. We finished it like maybe 2 weeks after that. I just got real sick, you know, in, like a week or two before that, you know, so kind of hurt the editing process. But you know, it's done. We just gotta be. We were just cautious, you know, with what we put on the videos. It's a dope video. We got JR's in it, Junior, Sticky Ricky's in the video, Solox, Cristo, and a bunch of other hard-working individuals just trying to make it earnest and decent living out here, you know. We thought, like, a lot of people that I run around with, like 75%, they don't have social media. They don't got Facebook, don't got Twitter, you know, none of that. So we had to think and concentrate, like, meditate on the situation. We're not going to take it out. That's a negative, you know. We'll put in a lot of time and effort and work getting this done. You know, just stand up for what you speak for. Like I said, like, you said it, you're going to do it. And his solo is so down, man. He don't even care, you know. He's laughing, you know. Put it out, put it out. At the same time, I got social media, you know. I mess with Facebook, you know. I got family, my aunties, like, in England. I got family in Africa. I got family in Ireland. I got family in Spain, you know. Canada, all listening and watching to me, you know. So I had to be like, think about it, you know, because I am also the representative to Muslims. I'm talking about, like, Muslims like this. I got a wide array of people listening. The ladies that got their face covered to the dudes that got tattoos all over their face, all listening, you know. So I have to provide something for both, you know. That's what I try to do, something for you to listen to and appreciate, and you, like, try to please everybody, you know. I think that was, like, the biggest stalling moment to it was, should we put this out right now, or I gotta remind them that I'm not, like, with a bunch of lowlives, you know. I'm really not, you know. The people I roll with, they're very unique individuals, you know, educated, they're cool. I don't run around with the greedy, selfish assholes, no. Dudes that are down, like, you confront them, they're gonna be ready for whatever, but they could be respectful, you know. You could have a conversation with them, whether they're intimidating or not, you know. So I think, like, it was like, why rush it, you know? Let me do things to remind people that there's more to me than just rap. I could feed the homeless people. I could clean an animal shelter. I could promote recycling. I could conduct a beach cleanup. You know, I could work with kids and teach them the value of everything that I'm trying to push, that you see me pushing. Get people more aware of their health and their diet and the value of exercise and fitness, you know, stretching inside song a lot. Just a dream. Living in a dream. You know, it's like the American dream. That's funny, but to others it's real. And that's what we're trying to convey. That to some people it's easy, and they totally negate the fact that others try so hard to get to America, and it's just not what it was cut out to be, you know. There is getting that white picket fence in the front yard, you know, and a cool job and a little bit of time for the family. It's not realistic out here, you know. You're working from 6 to 6, you know, 6 days a week. And, like, that's the 3 6s right there, just building your grave, you know. But you gotta do it to survive, you know. I tried my first verse, I did 2 verses, the second and the third verse of the song. The first verse was more like personal, you know. How did we start? I don't even know how I started that song. Side with the solitary race, it felt like I had no time to pray, cause it always remained the same. Living in a dream is like, I don't care what anybody tells me, I'm gonna do what I want, and ain't nothing slowing me down and disturbing me. Either you're gonna help me out, or you're just not gonna be, like, heard, you know, like, you're on the sideline, you know. I'm not listening to you, I'm not gonna be, like, babysitting, you know, not getting slowed down to have a goal ahead. The third verse is for those minority parents that be dreaming, you know, to come to America, you know, the land of opportunity. Hugo Chavez, the things that Cesar Chavez tried to push for the farmers, and then they'll be working, pulling out your strawberries and your cranberries and your raspberries and your blueberries, you know, and insecticides being poured down from the airplanes, and it's just splashing on them, you know. They go home to this, and maybe the child is home, maybe the child is with who they rather call families, the homies and the homegirls, you know.